Yo, what is good, guys? It's your boy Snakes. Welcome back to the channel. Today we got another CS2 tier list, and this time it is ranking knife animations in CS2. Let's get right into it, baby. Okay, guys, you gotta bear with me. This is the first time I'm trying to use my stream deck because we're gonna be going from the tier list into showing you the animations in game. Okay, so as you can see here, I've got a separate tab which has demarker open, which is usually where I use to get all my skins and to get whatever I need to get on Counter-Strike. So we're going to be going into there and basically loading up the skins into the game on Counter-Strike so I could show you every single animation. So this is more of an interactive one than the tier list I usually do because you get to see all the skins in action. So without further ado, let's kick it off. In F tier, it's pretty bog standard. I already put the 2 default knives because those have no animations. And joining them really low, unfortunately, is the flip knife, which I will come to show you in game. Okay, guys, so here you can see the flip knife. The flip knife, all it has is the flip out. That is all this knife has. It has nothing more than that, which is the reason why we're going to put it where we're going to put it, which is in D tier. I mean, it's literally got nothing more than this. There is no more animation to the flip knife, even though it's beautiful and one of my favorite knives, but it's literally got nothing else than just that, so it has to go, it's D tier. Let's continue on the tier list. Okay, so moving on from that, we have the Navaja, and the Navaja, unfortunately, is also gonna join down here, so let's check this out in game. Here we go, the Navaja, and again, like, it even takes too long, in my opinion, for it to bring out the knife. Like, that is horrible. I hate this. I do not like this knife at all. Like, I've never actually had one in game, and this is like my first time like inspecting one because I've never obviously wanted to buy one of these, and this is absolutely shocking. Like, the blade is non-existent, and it's a nice Doppler, but just the blade is so ugly around. So Navaja, D tier. Okay, moving on from that, we've got the Huntsman. Unfortunately, the Huntsman is also gonna have to be down low, but you know what, I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna give the Huntsman like the lowest ever C tier just because I'm a big fan of the Huntsman, and it's got a much bigger blade like you'll see in game right now. So here we go. Here's the Huntsman. I like how he pulls it out. Bum bum, bum bum, bum bum. And with me with Huntsmans, like, I don't know. I like it. I like the big, like what I've just done there, like the big swipe and then pull. It is a cool knife. I'm a fan, but we're ranking this on animations, not on anything else. So unfortunately, I can't give it any more than I'm giving it here. So C tier and even high D tier. I can't give it more. Let's carry on. We move on, and we've got the bayonet. Not the M9, but the normal M9, and unfortunately, we're also going to have to put him in C because he's got a really cool pull-out animation. So, you know what? We can also base this on pull-out animations, so we're going to put that in C. I've changed my mind. The bayonet has a lovely pull-out animation. I will show you in game. Look at that, bro. That is absolutely incredible. I mean, the knife itself has no animation, no secret animation, but the pull-out is sick, bro. Look how he's just flipping it about. Imagine you hit an up shot. Oh, baklat. Like I just said, oh, bong. That is sick, bro. Like, I can't even cap. That is actually one of my favorite pullouts. Might be my favorite pullout. Woo! That will go in C tier just because of the pullout animation. Let's continue. Continuing, we have our first S tier, and that is the Talon knife. The Talon knife has excellent animations. I enjoy the pullout. And it is my current knife, so I have a bit of, what's that word? Like, personal preference. Because the Talon's absolutely sick, but in all honesty, I bought it because of the amount of animations it has. So let me just show you and let me just prove it. Alrighty, as you can see, I mean, all these skins are absolutely beautiful because they are very expensive ones, but this is absolutely sick, man. Like, we have to get the secret animation out, but like I said, you swap off that, brings it out like that. Like, it is absolutely sick. I love inspecting it. I just want to pull out the secret animation because apparently it doesn't want to do it now. Even though, there we go. You can keep spinning this if you keep pressing whatever your inspect button is. Mine in this case is Y. So like, you can go on forever. And it is absolutely sick. I love the big stab. Like I told you, I love the pullout. I mean, the Karambit has a better pullout in my opinion, but like, this has got everything you need of a Karambit. And it's much cheaper. Like, much cheaper. Look at that, bro. I mean, this is easily an S tier. There's no comparison. And let's just move on to the next knife. Okay, moving on, we got the Bowie knife. I mean, the Bowie knife is actually quite decent in my opinion. I think it's above all these skins because it's actually got a pretty decent animation. I mean, I'm gonna keep looking, seeing if anything's better than this. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it in B for now, but it's just because it's a bit of a goofy knife. But in terms of animations, it's got pretty sick ones. So let's check that out. As you can see, it's got this animation. It's the only animation it has. It's got a decent stab. It's nothing crazy. I mean, that's why it's B tier, because the pullout is not my favorite. I mean, it's just such a goofy knife, bro. Look at the size of that, bro. Like, it's cool to inspect like that, like, but other than that, like, you're not getting anything else out of this. So I don't know, if you like look at your knife like this, then I respect it, but I'm just not the biggest fan, honestly. So I put it in B tier, and yeah, it's not going higher than that. Moving on, we've got the shadow daggers. Now, the shadow daggers, I'm gonna give them high B. I don't think I'm gonna put them in A, just because, again, it's not got a lot of animations. It's literally just got one, but it is a really cool animation, and I do think they look sick in game. I honestly rate the shadow daggers really highly, and I think they are super underrated. So let's check them out. Here we go. Got them in game. The double stab is pretty sick. Honestly, I like the spin and how you can check out the knives. It's really, really cool. Then the stab, each stab individually. The pullout is quite cool. I mean, it's decent. I can't put it in A, like I said, because I don't think it's deserving of an A. But definitely in B. I mean, these shadow daggers specifically are quite beautiful. And if I had these, or if anyone had these, you'd be flexing, honestly, because I'm pretty sure these are emerald ones. But yeah, I don't think they've got a cool animation. They've got a cool pull-out animation. So they're going to go in B. It's quite fair. High B tier. Let's go. So next, we're moving on to the survival knife. The survival knife, I will put in between the Bowie and the shadow daggers, because it's got a rare secret animation where it pulls it out and he flips it. And then it's just got one that it like inspects with his hand like that. So better than me explaining it, I'm gonna show you because you probably think, what is this guy waffling? So let's check it out in game. Okay, as you can see, this is the inspect. This is a very, very nice case hardened survival, by the way. I do like that. I mean, it's got another type of inspect as well, which I'm gonna try bring out there. I really don't like that one because it like bends the knife too much. Let's try bring out the secret animation. There you go. Flips into the sky. I mean, it's quite cool. It's a cool knife, honestly. I'm a fan. I think, like, obviously there's better knives, but I think they're not too expensive, these knives. So the price you pay for them, I think it's very well worth it. So I'm a fan of this knife, and like I said, it's a B tier. Now we move on to one of our first A tier knives. The falchion knife. I mean, I could put this in S, but I mean, if we're talking value for money in terms of animation, this is definitely an S, because it's got so many animations for the cheap price you can pay for a falchion knife. But I just don't think that, like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the pullout at all, and that is big for me in some of these knives. So let's take a look. Okay, guys. So as you can see, we've got the knife here, but look at the pullout. That is just not my type of pullout. This secret animation is super cool, where you can see the knife in full. The stab is cool, where you stab to the left and then pull it back. I like that as well, where you can see the knife. I mean, it's a really cool knife, honestly. It is really cool. My boy Ren had this for a while, so I'm used to seeing it. But like I said, it's quite. I think they did buff how many times you can see the other animation, but now it just doesn't want to come out for us. There we go. I mean, this one's really, really cool, and this one I think you can like keep it out for a really long time, so it's quite a cool one. But like I said, you know what spoils it, bro? Like, give it anything else, man. Like, throw it into the sky and catch it. I don't know, do anything else, but like if you're telling me you do this, whoop, bang, and pull it out like that is absolutely shocking. But still, it is an A tier because it's got some very, very good animations. Moving on, we've got the Ursus knife. Now, the Ursus knife is high B tier again. I think it's above the shadow daggers because it's got a really cool flipping animation. But again, the pullout spoils it. I'm not sure if this one has a rare pullout. If it does, we're going to put this up to A. But I'm not remembering, so we're going to have to check it out in game. Okay, let's see if I can bring out a rare pullout. I'm not sure if it has one. It's kind of like the survival knife. Oh, there we go. It does have a rare pullout. So you know what? We'll actually give it. We'll give it that. I mean, the handle is horrible, but this is excellent. Like, that is amazing. How you're flipping it around. That is really, really cool. And like I said, if you keep pressing Y, like, it doesn't stop. And now I'm just going to do it one more time where it just does it when it ends, and I'm just going to press it one more time. Like, this is how long it would usually last. So, it is very, very cool. I picked up a P2000. So, like, that is cool. Like, if you're getting a snipe and then you're flipping it out like that, that is very cool. So, you know what? We're gonna bump this up to A tier. I like it. I'm a big fan. It's a very cool knife with some very cool animations. So like I said, we're gonna bump this up. We're gonna put it low A tier, but at the end of the day, it is an A tier. Now, the gut knife. Pobrecito mío. My oh my, we're gonna put him low C tier. I am a gut knife enjoyer, but the animations are, it's basically the same as all these guys here. There is little to none animations, just a really cool pullout. So let's check it out. So here's the gut knife. I mean, the gut knife is cool. Everyone always has a problem with the handle, but if you get it like this knife, the Ultratronic, is quite cool. Now pulling it out, it's always going to have that spinning animation, which is quite decent, honestly. If you get it in, like, I recently ranked some knives, some knife skins, and I put a sapphire gut knife in there. Spoilers, but I put a sapphire gut knife in there, and if you have one of those, I'm sure you'd love to be pulling it out all the time. So honestly, it's not the worst skin you'll ever see in your life. But in terms of animation, it's only got this. The spin, the spin, the spin. So that is why it goes where it goes. So moving on, we have a knife that is deserving of the S tier, and that is the Stiletto. Do I rank it above the Talon? I don't think so, but that is because of my personal bias. I think. I mean, the Talon has loads of animations, so that's what makes it really, really cool. But the Stiletto is also up there, and I love the pullout of the Stiletto. I love the sound it makes, so the Stiletto is absolutely an S tier skin. Knife, sorry. So here it is. The Stiletto is about to bounce it about. That is excellent, bro. That is excellent. And the pullout, oh, that is absolutely insane, bro. I absolutely love this. And people don't like the blade as much, but I'm a fan. That is the other animation where he doesn't flip it about. Like I always say, you get an AWP kill, bomba glad. Then you start bouncing on your hand. No, he doesn't want to yet. Bomba, 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 bomba. I mean, that is really, really sick. I don't know who wants to argue about that, but woo! It is a really cool knife. Honestly, one of the better knives in CS2. By far, hands down, this knife is just like insane. Value for money, crazy, bro. Come on, that is so sick. I absolutely love these animations. S tier. Moving on, we now have the Nomad knife. Now, the Nomad is also gonna come into A because it's got one of the best secret pullouts in the whole of Counter-Strike, bro. When he pretends to cut his hand, that is absolutely sick. And we're gonna see that now because that is honestly the coolest thing ever. So let's check it out. It's got a nice inspect. That is very, very cool how he just shows you the blade and flips it about. I'm not sure if it has any other inspect. I don't think it does. It just has that one. But then the pullout is incredible. I want to see if he does the secret one. There you go. Where he's pretending to cut his hand. That is amazing. I've seen so many edits where like, bang, he pretends to cut his hand. Whoa, bang. Oh, but now he doesn't want to do it, does he? But I do like this animation as well, where he's like checking out the knife. A lot of pros use this knife as well, so obviously they use it for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, it is a very nice knife. Let's try and get that secret animation one more time. You're not gonna cut your hand, sir. The only thing is it takes way too long for it to come out. Yeah, like, I'm not even gonna bother, bro. Like, what am I gonna be here all my life? There we go, finally. Yeah. It ranks in A tier, baby. Okay, guys. Now we've got the paracord knife. I mean, the paracord is pretty similar to the survival, but it's better. It's got more animations. And I think it also has a secret animation. So it's quite a cool knife. It's got quite a long blade. And some people like the handle, others don't. I personally don't. But you know what? It's not the worst knife ever. And it's got some decent animations. So let's look at it. Okay, guys. So as you can see, the paracord knife. Quite a cool knife. I like this animation where he's pointing it down. It's quite a blue gem, if I'm honest. We're gonna get out of the noisy place. We're gonna try pull out the secret animation that I know it has one, where it throws it from hand to hand. If it wants to come out, there you go. And the other animation, is it gonna show us? Not yet. Not yet. Well, basically, it has two different animations, which right now it doesn't want to show us. There we go. It's gonna show us. The flipping of the knife, that's really sick. But besides that, it doesn't have anything else. I mean, it's kind of like a Nomad knife in the sense, but I feel like just the pullout of the Nomad is so much cleaner, and it's a much nicer looking knife compared to this. So, you know what? We'll keep it where we have it in B tier. So next up, we got the Kukri knife. The Kukri knife, I feel like, is a very, very cool knife. It's the latest knife to come into Counter-Strike, and I feel like it's got some really cool pullout animations, and all in all, a big blade with Very good animation. So you know what? We're going to put this into A tier. I'm going to put it at the bottom of A tier because I don't think it's better than any of these ones. But even then, it's still one of the better knives. So let's check that out. So here we go. We got the fade. I love that how like he just whips it around. That is really cool. Stab is quite cool. That is really nice. And then, like I said, the pullouts, the different ones, the spin. I just got another one. Yeah, there you go, where it flips it out. Like, that is really sick. It's just such a clean knife. And in this fade, it's lovely. Like, I'm not even gonna cap. That is really cool. I wish the other pullout was the standard pullout, but obviously since it's cooler, you don't get it. But it is a really cool knife. You know what? It is deserving of Le A tier. So let's continue and keep on ranking our final 5 knives. For the next one, we have the classic knife. Now, I don't want to hear anyone argue with me, but the classic knife goes second top of A. It is absolutely brilliant. It's got a clean pull-out animation. It's got 2 different animations, and I'm pretty sure it has an idle. No, I know it has an idle animation. So, I mean, you can't even argue that this is one of the better knives in terms of animations on CS2. Let's check it out. Okay, so as you can see, pull-out is nice and clean. I'm a very big fan of the pull-out. Let's let the secret animation, bro. Let's take that. Like, that's not the secret animation. Sorry, that's the idle one. This is the normal animation. We'll get to the secret one now, I'm pretty sure, whenever he wants. But like the classic knife, the only problem for me is the edges, where it's got like that brown crap, whatever that is, that just spoils a bit of the knife. But besides that, if it didn't have that, it would be, honestly, one of the better knives in CS2. I love, like, I could keep looking at the idle animation like all day, because it's like super cool if he wants to do it. Yes, sir. But now he has to bring out my rare animation. No, doesn't want to bring it out. No. There we go. Like, what other knives can you get for so cheap that you can start flipping about? And I love how he catches it on the tip of the knife, because that is like, it's actually really cool. So the animation, like I said, is clean. I mean, it's not super clean for an AWP, like, bang. It's decent. So like, it's decent. But where it gets his money is where he starts flipping it about, which, as we've seen right now, it's quite rare for it to happen, but it does happen. So let's continue on the team. Okay, now obviously we have the king of animations, like there's no doubt about it. The butterfly knife is the best CS2 knife, not even just for animations, it is the best CS2 knife. There's no arguing about it. Like, what more do you want me to say? It's got a beautiful pullout. I love how it spins it. Like, I'm going to show you all of it, and we're going to stay in awe because it is absolutely the best on CS2. Look at this. Look at that, bro. Look at that. And the pullout, bro. The pullout's got 2 different animations. Like, it is absolutely incredible. This is the best knife in CS2, like, no cap. Bro, look at that. Different animations, different pullouts. Look at the spin, bro. Like, how can you even compare? Like, this is incredible. I love flipping this knife about. I don't even need to say anymore. Like, it is absolutely the best skin and with the best animations. Like, it's the best knife. Sorry, not the best skin. Well, the emerald is pretty cool, but what an absolute knife. Like, there's no comparison. Let us continue to the final 3 skins. Okay, guys, so we have the final 3 skins on the tier list, on the ranking. And the skeleton is also going to go into S tier because it has got secret pullout, it's got normal pullout, it's got a normal animation, and then it's got a secret animation. So again, it has got some very beautiful stuff that you don't see in other knives, which is the reason it is so expensive. And another reason is you can see the full blade, but it is absolutely sick, and we are going to see that in game right now. Okay, guys, so here we are. We've loaded into a dust this time because our mirage timer ran out, but I want to try get the secret animation out. The normal pullout. Oh, there you go. Sorry, I keep getting confused with animation and pullout, but that pullout is absolutely incredible. Now, as for animations, you know, you have this one, which is the usual inspect, but then it's got the secret one where he starts to spin, which I'm not sure. There we go. that's when it triggers. And you could keep going again just by spamming whatever your inspect is. This can keep going forever, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, this is one of the cooler knives in CS, one of the better ones, obviously. I mean, I wish the secret pullout was like more often, because this takes forever. Like, how many times have we done that just to get it once? But that is quite, like, compared to other knives, like, we were there for the classic for ages just to get it to be flipped, whereas this one, we've done it straight away. So I mean, in that sense, there we go, look, we've got it again. So in that sense, it does work. And like with the AWP, still cool. So this is obviously an S tier. How I put it above the stiletto, I don't think so, because I feel like the stiletto is better than this, but it is still a very good knife for animations. Moving on, we've got my favorite knife in Counter-Strike, well, behind the butterfly, it's the Karambit. The Karambit, I mean, it's got like the best pullout, one of the best pullouts, and it's just absolutely sick. I mean, in terms of better animations, I do think the Talon has better, but pullout, the Karambit is better. Like, let's not even argue about that. So let me prove a point. The Karambit is just, look at that. The pullout is absolutely stunning in terms of animations. This is the one it has, where it inspects a knife. Basically the same as the Talon, but like, this pullout absolutely does it for me. Like, I've always been a fan of the Karambit, and I think I'm gonna push this up above the Talon. I don't know. Like, an AWP, bang. Like, that pullout is incredible. We swapped hands randomly here, which I didn't mean to, but the stabs are the same. Like, it is absolutely sick, but this is where it wins it for me. Like, look at that, bro. The Karambit all day, every day, bro. What an absolute knife. And it is S tier, baby. Let's get into the final skin. For the final skin, we come down to the M9 bayonet. Honestly, animation-wise, is going down there. I've put it in B tier just because I like, you know what? We can't be unfair. C tier, just because bro, it has no animations. I mean, it's, in terms of blade, I think it's the best blade on CS, but animation wise, bro, it's absolutely shocking. There's just no animation to it, but blade wise, like, it's the best. But in terms of animation, like, we can't even compare, because it's all the skins above it have animations and this one doesn't. But that doesn't change the fact that if you have this knife, like, you're flexing, because everyone wants an M9 bayonet, bro. Like, you're just flexing. You're flexing on everyone. So let's check it out. And here we go. The pullout. The pullout is cool. The pullout is sick. But like I said, this is the only animation it has. But the thing is, it's such a big blade that everyone likes to see this. Like, it's very sick. It is a very, very sick blade. But animation wise, that is all it has. There is nothing more to it. So I cannot put this higher than it is. So let's get back to the tier list and see the final rankings. So people, this is your tier list. As you can see, we have a bunch of skins in S. I wouldn't drop any. In A, I wouldn't drop any. I mean, I'm not going to change it at all. I feel like this is a fair tier list. These are mostly here because of the pull-out animations, whereas the Navaja is absolutely shit. I would not buy that even if someone gifted it to me. I'm sorry, that is shocking. Navaja hater. But these are the best animations, in my opinion. And if you disagree, I could not care less. So, let's go back to the big screen. So, my people, it has been your boy Snakes. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you do, smash the like button. If you agree, smash the like button. If you're new here, subscribe, bro. Like, I am pushing videos out every single day, and I want you people to see my content and agree with my opinions. And if you don't, I don't care. I just want to know. Do leave it down below, because it has been your boy Snakes, and I've enjoyed making these CS2 videos for you. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care.